We are on day 19 of Get Wisdom, and we're reading Proverbs 19. It's not too late for you if you want to take part, and God is always ready for anyone who wants his wisdom. Do you find it interesting, as I do, that people who do not want to honor God or follow God suddenly want to blame him for things when their lives fall apart? I've run into people who have no use for God until they need someone to blame when problems come into their lives. So it's not shocking, right, when God's book or God's wisdom tells us the very same thing in Proverbs 19 verse 3. The foolishness of man undermines his way, ruining whatever he undertakes. Then his heart is resentful and rages against the Lord. For being a fool, he blames the Lord instead of himself, the Amplified Version. Or simply put, there are some people who ruin their own lives and then blame God for all of it. Has this proverb ever been true in your life? Have you chosen your own way and met with pain and trouble because of it? Have you ever thought the Lord was unfair? Have you ever resented him for not delivering you or answering your prayers? Have you allowed angry, discontented, fretting, or self-righteous thoughts before the Lord? If you make terrible choices in your life or for your life, there will be consequences. If you live outside the will of God, there will be consequences. Adam brought shame and death on himself in Eden, and he blamed God for it. Cain was cursed for killing his brother, and he blamed God for his punishment being too great. Ahab found himself at war for the vicious murder of Naboth for his vineyard, and he blamed God for not ever blessing him. If you neglect to keep God's words faithfully, most of the problems you will have will be your own fault. If you live in sin, you will reap the consequences of sin. God is not mocked. Do not be deceived. If you compromise his word in your relationships, marriage, family, thoughts, speech, or any area of your life, you will reap painful results. He made a man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. The MO of the fool, he lives for his foolishness, never taking thought of God's laws or ways until those ways come crashing down upon him as the consequences of their actions. So, brothers and sisters, get wisdom.